It's February the 3rd in 2010 and the GMB Panthers are looking for their 10th home win in a row. We've had a good run in the league. We're up there in the title race. Last weekend was disappointing over in Belfast. Tonight it's bottom of the table Hull Stingrays who come in here to the fabulous Trent FM Arena. Hull Stingrays looking for a surprise upset. They beat us once already this year. That was in their barn. And on paper, they are actually a better team than their results would suggest. But can they catch Sheffield in 7th place in the standings? Will Sheffield's new signings move them forward? Who knows? Tonight we're concentrating on getting 2 points ahead of a tough trip to top of the table Coventry in 24 hours time. And the boys would be forgiven, although they've been reminded often enough, not to worry about next Wednesday's semi-final second leg clash in the Challenge Cup against the aforementioned Sheffield Steelers. Nottingham's lineup exactly the same as in the first leg of that Challenge Cup semi-final, where we stormed to a 4-0 lead, and then the boys were very kind to the likes of me and made it easier to sell tickets for the second leg by gifting a couple of goals to the opposition, just to make it that little bit spicier and a little bit tighter. But like I say, we're concentrating on the league tonight. Jeff Glower, the inspirational, much underrated centre for the Hull Stingrays, is back. That'll help them win possession at face-offs. Our boys know that they too need to win possession down there on the ice here at the Trent FM Arena. Let me remind you that this DVD is sold under licence for home use only, and no part of it can be copied, no part of it can be broadcast without the club's permission, and we don't give that permission. One last thing from the GMB Nottingham Panthers, the game plan is very similar to the one in the Cup at Sheffield. 3 strong forward lines, home debut for Jay Henderson, who had a fabulous first game for the GMB Nottingham Panthers, especially considering the lack of sleep with the birth of his son Seamus and the lack of sleep considering the travelling and what have you. So he makes his home debut. 3 strong lines up front, good solid net minding and a little bit more from the defence, and it should be 2 points in the bag. Will it pan out like that? Rick Strachan joins me on the microphone. Steve Wilkinson's behind the lens, and this is Gary Moran who'll be talking you through the action from now on in.
So you're not going to be buying one of those Steelers bed sets anytime soon?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was your first skate back out there like?
I felt like Bambi.
We're jealous of his hair.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it because yours is gorgeous like his, but...
Yeah. So, yeah. If you haven't seen the video, thank God it was bad cam work, because otherwise I probably would have got suspended for about 15 games.
I found an old program and a picture of him in there and photocopied it and gave it to him. I don't think he was too happy.
I don't know what happened to him over here, but it obviously wasn't good.
Oh.
We've got about 80 GMB Nottingham Panthers haters in the building tonight. They've come from Hull. That's about 60 more than normal. Actually, it's probably about 78 more than normal. They're trying to make themselves heard. Good crowd for a Saturday night against bottom of the table Hull Stingrays. As we just said, Rick Strachan joins us. Michael Hicks, centre ice, has got his arm in the air. The lights will come on momentarily. And will we be in for a good night? Is tonight going to be a good night for the GMB Nottingham Panthers? They're up against new Hull netminder Martins Ratums. Have you got indigestion, Rick?
Yep.
Have you got any Martins Ratums on you?
Yeah, Marty Radums.
All right, could be the battle of the netminders. Hopefully it won't come down to that. 5 more goals for the GMB Nottingham Panthers for the club milestone of 1,400 in Elite League competitions. Richardson to take the first face-off of the night against Jeff Glower. 2 of the best face-off men in the league. Here we go, folks. This one's sponsored by Orchid IT. Huppy gives the puck away. Nottingham going onside. Richardson to Gascon. Gascon to Richardson. Richardson can't pull the trigger on the backhand, but it's kept in by Steve Lee. And Ratums makes the first regulation save of the game, but early, 15 seconds into the game, pressure from Nottingham.
That's what they got to do. They got to pressure the Stingrays. They're in last place for a reason, because they're not as talented. And what they got to do tonight is play to their level, not drop down to Nottingham or to Hull's level of hockey.
Will Hull try to attack, Rick?
No, I don't think so. I think, if there's an
They'll
opportunity.
do that. They'll do just what we're looking at.
They'll dump it in and they'll send one guy. And there it is.
Marty Gascon couldn't latch onto a pass that didn't get to him from Jay Henderson. Home debut for the former Boston Bruin. 20 games without a win in Wichita. Had his first win of the season in Sheffield in the Cup semi-final. The mistake from Corey Nielsen's led to this pressure on his own goal. Steve Lee uses the boards, chips it well, gets it to Henderson. Henderson protects the puck well, gives it to Nielsen. Nielsen onto Gascon. Richardson's driving forwards in front. Soft one on net. Ratings takes no chances, but that was what Gascon and Richardson wanted. They'd been out there for a long shift. They wanted to suck up some oxygen and get fresh legs on.
Yeah, it's a long opening shift. They had a couple good chances at the net there, and then got running around their own zone, get it over the red line, get it deep, and get a change.
Cameraman wins the draw, but doesn't get the support, but does it himself. Myers uses the boards and gets it in low behind Ratum's net. Gemeniuk one-hands it, but Mann keeps it in. Bergin takes over. Right to the front. Oh, not a good pass there from Sean McCaslin. He'll make amends for that later in the game. Ratums hangs on the lob. Gloves it and puts it in his back pocket. We've got another face-off. Orchid IT, tonight's match sponsors, also sponsor a special Best Man of the Match award. They sponsor the Man of the Match awards every night that we play at home, but they're going to do a Best of the Year individual match performance, and that winner, because they're in the business of IT, will get a laptop from Orchid IT. I would put my money right at the moment on Kevin Bergin for that, from his Gordie Howe hat-trick.
Yeah, that's one, but this guy right here, McCaslin's had a few great games, and so has Cameron Mann.
And so is Kevin St. Pierre in this building.
Yeah, there's 7 or 8 guys I think that could easily win that computer.
It's just that I just think, Gordie Howe hat-tricks are pretty rare in our league.
Oh, yeah.
Good speed from Steve Lee, wins the foot race, gets to it, wins it again, gets to it again, shuffles it forward. Now he's got a third bite of the cherry. Galbraith can't latch onto it, and big Pavel Gemeniuk gets it forward, but it squirts off Knight's stick.
Now, we just watched the line matchups. Now, this is a huge mismatch. You got Galbraith, Clarkey, and Levers out against Esters, Davies, and Knight. And now this line should be able to eat the Hull Stingrays. The other 2 lines for the Hull Stingrays aren't bad. They're not as good as your first 2, but this line is a real mismatch.
What do you mean your first 2? Our first 2, Rick. You're working with us tonight.
Hey, you know me. The Hull Stingrays do not have... The Panthers' first 2 lines are better, but this one is... There's a huge difference.
He's Clarkey.
There it is.
Back of the net. No one went to him. Clarkey said, if you're going to give me that much time, I'll pick my spot.
Oh, just a great shot by David Clark. They just a miscommunication. They gave him so much time. He walked right into the slot. And you can't let David Clark walk into the slot and tee it up. He did that and he buried it.
2:29 gone. And Panthers need 4 more goals for 1,400 in Elite League competition. Sponsored by Orchid IT. G&B Panthers 1, Hull Stingrays 0. Again, Richardson tied Glower up but didn't get the support, although Gascon was trying to get to him this time. Tom Norton's on defence. Mitchell comes forward and bounces off Henderson. Dump on target. That might have looked messy to people that don't know, but that was a great save by St. Pierre. He took no risks. He got his whole body behind it and make sure it wasn't going to go behind him. It was going to go back out front.
There's not trickier than the one hopper in front of you. The puck falls in front of you, and you have no idea where it's going to bounce. They take the stranger's bounce, and what he does is makes himself as big as possible, lets it hit him, and then clears away the rebound.
Yeah, they have a Seamod cricket ball, so you don't know where that's going to bounce off a flat pitch. We don't even play with a round thing. It's only round that way. The other way, it's got hard right angle edges on it. Can do anything.
It can go anywhere.
Marty Gascon tries to trick his way past Glower, can't, but off the boards gets it to Steve Lee. Steve Lee has a look, can't get it to Myers. Sorry, it's to Moore on the other side, but the deflected shot goes upstairs. And Panthers can get fresh legs onto the ice. McCaslin, Bergen and Mann come on together. You know when Kevin Bergen gets going full tilt again? Been carrying a couple of little niggling injuries. This could be up there with the best lines in the league, couldn't it? McCaslin and Mann have been on fire, and then you've got big Kevin Bergen stirring the pot.
Oh, what you got is a great corner man. You know, all three of them can play the corners. All three are strong. All three can pass. You know, and you got your element of toughness there with Bergen.
And Sean McCaslin will look after himself. So will cameraman. Sean McCaslin with the shot. Just about screened. Could be a long night at the office for that guy. New Latvian goalkeeper of the whole Stingrays, Ratums. He took over from Tommy Sandel, the Swede. And the rumours had it that Sandel was on a ticket out of here for a long time before they finally made the switch.
Well, it was one of the weaknesses that Hull had, and that's probably why they're in last place. Is the kid was just not up to playing at this level.
Did well in spells, but didn't really have the 60 minutes in him more than a couple of times all season.
What he couldn't do is play a rebound. He gave away just terrible rebounds, and at this level, if you keep giving away rebounds, you're in trouble.
Gamenyuk left for dead, it's off a skate, it's given. Gamenyuk argues, but Gamenyuk was like a traffic cone when, was that man that went past him?
He went by him, he couldn't even punch his ticket to tell him to take his seat. He went right around him like he'd stand there, flat-footed. Hey, it was a great play by man. He knew he had a guy coming in far off the back post, shot it low and hard, good rebound, and you know what? So it hit him in the skate and went in. It's a great play by man.
Yeah. Too tight for a real shot on goal, so he threw it to the danger area, just in front of the blue paint. Rewind that one on the DVD and look at the experience as it oozes through.
That's the difference between a good hockey player and a great hockey player. He didn't shoot into his glove. He didn't shoot it over the net. He shot it right hard low where he knew the puck would bounce out.
3:50 the time of the goal. It'll go to Sean McCaslin. A lot of 27s and 37s in that goal. 27 gets the assist, 37 gets the goal, and it was 37's 27th goal of the season. That's your pin code, isn't it?
Yeah. 27's my number.
You heard it here, folks.
It's my birthday.
Yeah. Mark Levers turns it to the corner. David Clark didn't get a handle on it. Now, big Bobby McEwen on the bench hasn't taken an early time out to try and steady the ship. He's got over 55.5 minutes to go. Cloutier, the player coach in the corner, gets it behind him. To Esders. This is Davis. Cloutier wins it back. Davis in the corner with another youngster, Tom Norton. Hurry in and harrying. Galbraith goes over. Norton gets a piece of it. Ricochets to the crease. St. Pierre deals with it and Clark lobs it forward. Cloutier wasn't on with those two first time round though, was he?
What's that?
Cloutier was on there with Davis and... it was Cloutier that was late getting off the ice. The other two have stayed on now. Esders and Davis are still on the ice and they've changed the centre. Cloutier's gone off. Glauer's come on for him.
They switched up. They've been playing Cloutier with Huppy and Gloa, and now they got Davies out there trying to balance them out a little bit.
Jay Henderson tried to go upstairs on a clever feed from Richardson, who could have shot himself. Unselfish play. Hull play it forward. This will be icing when Danny Myers, the captain, touches it. And Hull get what they didn't want, a face-off deep in their zone.
The Hull Stingrays, I don't care how they shuffle those lines, they can't match the three lines from the Panthers right now. They're just too strong, and that's the difference between the top three and the bottom. And now you put out this line, and good luck. Who's going to defend against these guys? McCaslin, Mann, and Bergen. All over 6 foot, big, strong guys. And they got little Davies out there, 5'2".
I was just smiling to myself while you were talking there, Rick, looking around. This is a phenomenal crowd. We worked hard on this one. The girls were out leafleting on the streets. We had all the publicity. We had Twiggy and Emma on Trent FM mentioning it for us, pulling mentions out of them out of nowhere. Big interview on Mansfield FM. Radio Nottingham did their interviews. We got a plug on the BBC telly. Big walk up tonight on top of the pre-game sales. And we've got that huge cup game coming to When we get a chance, Steve will have a look around the building for you and he'll show you how many people have actually made the effort to come and watch Panthers versus Hull tonight. These fans have not given up on the league title race because of the defeats in Belfast last weekend. He's cameraman. Dishes it off to Kevin Birkin, plays it round the back. Man's got it. McCaslin's trying to get in front so he can shoot one. It's up in the air. It's gloved down. And former Panther Kalmikov gets it to a teammate and Hull bring it forward through Mitchell. Right to the front, pad save to deny Silverthorne. Slashing's the call. I didn't really see anything on that play.
I didn't see it.
I was going to complain that the defence hadn't done much to stop it.
No, I was thinking, well, you might as well slash him. But we didn't even see that. Must have been one of those sneaky ones. Not only the refs saw it, no one else did. 5,000 people missed it.
It was a sneaky Boston Bruin bully slap from Cameron Mann. It was the two Boston boys that gave us the 2-goal lead. Mann and Henderson on Wednesday up in Sheffield. The two former teammates at the Boston Bruins scored the first 2 goals, and at the end of the day, we led by 2 goals. Hull on the power play then. Huppy shot, blocked by Richardson to the corner. Damore has to play strong, has to play better than he has been doing. Can do it, we've seen him do it. Myers gets across, doesn't get to it. St. Pierre does, and Damore sends it from one end of the ice to the other with love.
That's what you got to do. You want to kill penalties? 200 feet. They get one chance, shoot it all the way down. Not just over the blue line, all the way down.
Stevie Lee rattles it round the boards. And as Rick says, sends it 200 feet down the ice. Well, the Hull fans below us are still making quite a bit of noise.
One more goal and they'll be shut up.
Well, maybe it's not. They've got a bit of pop in them. Bit of encouragement inside them. My spies tell me they were seen in a local hostelry before the game. What my spy was doing in the local hostelry before the game is open to discussion. And Steve Wilkinson behind me is laughing because the spy was Mrs. Wilkinson. Well, somehow Kalmikov gets in. Good shot. Oh, great tip from Gascon to deny. Can't even see who it was. Knight on the rebound. It was Knight on the rebound, but Gascon just got the blade of his stick in to stop it. Oh, and that's poor play. Poor play. Straight off Kevin Bergen's ankle and down the ice.
There's Pavel Gomanek. He can be either the best defenseman in the league or the worst. There's no in between.
Oh, bad backhand from Corey Nielsen. Twice he's given it away. Throws his body in front. St. Pierre goes down. Doesn't know where it is. It's still loose. Oh, and another huge mistake by Silverthorne. Should have had a shot from there. He's good enough.
Yeah, right there. Come on, boys.
Mitchell giving the lumber to Steve Lee, and it's led to Mitchell getting the puck. Steve Lee beef up a little bit right now, son. He's got it to Richardson, and Richardson throws it forward to cameraman. He's got McCaslin riding shotgun with him. McCaslin goes right round, Huppy picks his spot and downs the keeper Ratums and blasts Panthers, who've just got their man back, into a 3-goal lead. Sponsored by Orchid IT. It's GMB Panthers 3, Hull Stingrays 0, and we're a minute short of the halfway mark of the first period.
Well, there's cameraman. His eyes were as big as saucers. He goes, oh, there's a forward trying to skate backwards. I'll have some fun with this one. He just gives him the inside-outside, walks right around him, lets the goalie fold down. He says, okay, there it is, top shelf. Thank you very much. Coach, go sit down, punch another ticket.
I'll see the window seat, he said as he flew past him there.
I'll have that seat right there, sir. Punch my ticket. Oh, I'm already around.
Well, Panthers need to keep focused now. Good pass, sends Clarkey in. Clarkey fakes one way, shoots the other. Rebound comes to him, latches onto it, tries to make room. Can't get to it. And Craig Mitchell on defence. Mops up and gets it to Burns. Burns brings it forward, feeds it out to the right wing. Sent forward, Knight gets a piece of it. Mile offside. Who's that, Huppy? No, it was Cloutier, the player. Well, he can go back to the bench and give himself a telling off. That was awful.
Danny Myers does a good job there. He steps up, forces Knight to slow down and can't step over the blue line, and Blucher doesn't see that, and he goes, he's going to get over. He skates over, and unfortunately, offside by 9 feet.
Only 9. Jay Henderson, clever play. Not a lot on going forward, so he turns it back to player coach Nielsen, and it's led to this attack. He's Richardson taking it forward. Henderson gets some speed going. Richardson takes the shot on the short side, but goes to get the loose puck. Flicks it up into the air. Henderson can't latch onto it. Hull can barely get rid of it and then use the boards and get it forward to Huppy, who gives it straight away. Gascon, one too many passes. Panthers trying to be too pretty.
That was just way too pretty. They had a couple chances to shoot the puck there. Some great plays, though. Real pretty to watch.
Oh, it just flicked over the stick. Jay Henderson. Panthers changing legs. Marty Gascon stranded out here on the right wing, though, makes his way towards the bench and sends man in. Kevin Bergen's in the danger area, right in front, gets the shot. Somehow it's blocked. Mitchell looks panicky, doesn't he? Oh, what am I going to do with this?
It's a young defenseman. He's going, what am I going to do with it? Yeah, he looked nervous. Just take it and go, son. Get it over the blue line. Don't go backwards. You're going the wrong way.
Yeah. Chip it out, chip it in. That's all you have to do. D-man's job's done once he's got it over the blue line. If you can get it to a teammate, bonus.
Yeah, right there. He could have skated 7 feet straight, but he didn't know where to go. He's going, what do I do with it? Well, shoot it off the boards.
Big shot from cameraman, rebounds all the way out to Demore. Bergen tries to feed the front. Demore gets a piece of it, and Ratum says, let's have a whistle. 8:39 to go, first period. Panthers lead by 3, sponsored by Orchid IT.
Panthers just dominating the Stingrays right now. Stingrays don't got an answer. They're tic-tac-toeing, just doing as they please.
You know what? Let's treat the fans tonight. Let's just keep rattling them. Let's blow them out of the water. Let's build a load of confidence for tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, let's just get it. Just play smart, hard hockey the whole night and see what happens.
Levers wins the draw. Tom Norton shot ricochets and ends up behind the net. Clarkey wins it back. Ratums can't reach it. Clark can't reach Galbraith with the pass. Norton, clever play from the young D-man. Got ice time in Sheffield in the cup. Didn't look out of place. Testament to both him and also the Sheffield Steelers.
I mean, the kid's getting more and more confidence. He keeps it simple. Doesn't make many mistakes.
Knight works his way down the left wing, gets through, feeds the front. Nice little interceptions from Nottingham, stick on stick, and it's led to possession, and he's Levers. Deflected shot, hits the plexi. Not the netting, so we don't get a whistle, and Knight has time to calm things down for the Hull Stingrays. He's sucking oxygen, he's going back to the bench. They just can't get out of the zone. Surely they practice breakout drills.
What's happening is their D aren't skating, their forwards are stretching way too far. There's a big, huge gap. They're trying to throw 60-foot passes, and Nottingham just stepping in front, taking it away and going, thanks, boys.
Well, they're more like 160-foot passes almost,
Yeah.
aren't they? Certainly longer than 60, Rick. You're a builder. You'd charge a lot more for that wall, that length, than 60 feet.
Yeah.
You know, you've got one of those builder's tape measures, haven't you?
60.
The ones that come with the sharp
100.
intake of breath.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll have to work that one out on the calculator. Ooh.
I don't know, that's pretty tough.
Rick, can you build us a garden wall? Where from? Here to here. Ooh. All bricks.
I think the Stingrays left all their legs on the bus.
Well, they could be tied. Let's be fair. They were playing in Belfast 48 hours ago. Panthers offside. Probably because it deflected off the linesman's own skate. That's PC Kavanagh.
Maybe they left their legs in Belfast then.
McCaslin, after man wins the draw, gets it in, but only as far as James Hutchison. He dishes it off. Kalmikov. Oh, Kalmikov gets caught. with Kevin Bergin's stick. You know, in football, that's one of those ones you see all the time. I tell you who's really good at it in football, Steven Gerrard. He pulls a move, head fake one way, goes the other, the defenseman leaves his leg out, and Gerrard kicks the ball beyond him and makes sure he trips over the outstretched leg. That's what happened there, but...
Okay, we talked about the breakout. So there was the Stingrays. They got forwards swinging everywhere. The D stands behind the net. He steps, he takes 4 strides laterally and throws the puck inside the blue line, where there's, of course, on the other side of the blue line is 4 Nottingham Panthers who just step up and take the puck away. Figure it out, boys.
And what do you need to do? 3-0 down on the power play, deep in Panthers territory. Win the draw. Good easy win for Richardson, and Damore sent it all the way down the ice, and now Hull have chipped it in. Gamenyuk couldn't catch that one. He's not on my cricket team. Sprawling Damore gets a piece of it. Silverthorne gets clipped in the mouth with a stick. Referee didn't notice. Good old Hicksy. Great shirts as well.
Yeah.
I think our shirts are stunning this year. I've always preferred basic ice hockey shirt designs. Apart from anything else, the sponsors' logos turn up. I was working something out this week. I reckon roughly, and I was only scribbling on the edge of my notepad while I was doing something else. So some fan had said something to someone somewhere or something. And
now here we go.
We might be getting the linesman calling a penalty here for high sticks.
Younger.
Yeah, Lee Young.
He nailed him in the teeth with his stick.
Yeah.
That one hurt. He might have lost some chiclets out there.
Yeah, they're going to check if he's bleeding. Bite that blood capsule that you borrowed from the rugby union team. Now, the point I was going to make was, if we took all of our sponsorship out of our pot this year,
yeah,
I reckon we'd have to put the price of individual ticket sales up for every home game by at least £5.50 per ticket per match. At least.
Yeah, well, you got some great sponsors out there.
Dominic Damore's getting 2+2 for high sticks.
Yeah.
.5:26 to go. 65 seconds of 5-on-3 power play to the Hull Stingrays. Well, the referee's decided it's the only way they're going to get back into this one.
He did get him, though. I can't.
Instant reaction.
Well, Silverthorne's lost 7 teeth going to the bench. They got to give him a penalty.
I thought he was spitting mints out, Tic Tacs.
Let's hear it for the GMB Nottingham Panthers!
All right, this is a big moment in the game. If Hull can convert it,
they're right back in and a little momentum.
If Panthers can kill it,
well,
Halkidis, Kalmikov, Huppy, Glauer, Kalmikov with a shot. Mize does a job on Cloutier.
Okay, this is the power play we use. What they're trying to do is the 2 forwards back are going to pass it quick. And they're going to watch one of these guys just to walk in and tee it up.
Big shot tipped by Cloutier to no one. Glauer in a foot race with Richardson. Richardson can't get it out. Happy is teed up but doesn't pull the trigger. No, it's Halkidis, isn't it, on the blue line? Huppy. Halkidis. Cloutier through traffic, loose.
That's a bad 5-on-3.
We've had 51 seconds of it.
Well, look at this. You got your 2 defensemen playing on their right sides. Switch them over, have them play a little catch and tee it up. But 2 guys in front of the net, 1 outlet man to find a rebound. But you got Kalmikov with a cannon, and you're not going to let him shoot the puck. Come on, guys.
I'll win the draw this time, Halkidis. Bergin's getting ready to come. I expect him to go straight out and join the 3-man unit to make it a 4-man penalty kill unit from Nottingham. Halkidis, pad save. Oh, it was given away by Nottingham, and Huppy missed a wide open net. And they just had more power play to come. Bergin's out of the box now, it's 5-on-4. Poor setup by Hull. Was that Esders? No, it was Mitchell, Lee Mitchell up front. So there's still 2.5 minutes of 5-on-4 power play to Hull. They trail by 3-0, but their best 5 players have had a go on the 5-on-3. It didn't work. So now they've got, no disrespect, lesser players out there. 2-on-2, short-handed, McCaslin shoots, gloved by Ratums, who hangs on. Marty Gascon looking to sweep the crumbs home. He scored a lovely goal in Sheffield. The way he looked across as though he was going to pass and then changed his butt direction and went upstairs.
The thing is, he didn't have much room, and it was just a perfect shot. And you know what? He looked and looked and looked, and to be honest with you, Vernon didn't move.
No, well, he did move slightly because he went with the look, and he just slightly went across, and that created the gap. And Gassy thought, "Ooh, we'll have some of that."
Yeah, I'll have some of that. I can only see a pinhole, but a pinhole, but I'll get it in there, and he did. Good shot. Ooh.
Well, Bruce Richardson was trying to do his best to get it out. They went past Steve Lee, but Panthers between them coagulated into a defence. St. Pierre sees that one coming. Danny Mice can't get to it. Fires it out, but only as far as the blue line. Halkidis is back on there. Pad save, backhand. Gemenyuk just doesn't move his feet, doesn't keep it in. Panthers get fresh legs on, and they've only got 90 seconds of kill to go now. David Clark's got all the time in the world. Take your time, son. Throw it down the ice. Mark Levers goes in a chase. Ratums comes out. Is he any better at stick handling than Sandel was?
It's hard to say right now. We've only seen him for 18 minutes. We'll tell you at the end of the game.
I wondered if you'd seen him somewhere else on your travels. I want to ask you about your travels in a minute. In fact, given that they've come out of the zone again, they've only got 60 seconds of power to play. I wondered, I mean, regardless of what he said on the broadcast, what was Dave Sims' face like when we went 3-0 up in Sheffield last week? Did he look ill?
Yeah.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to know.
And I don't blame him.
I don't want any more, Rick. I just want to know he looked ill.
Yeah, he looks ill.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'll quote you on that in the programme on Wednesday. Don't worry, it's written. I won't do that.
He would admit that he was ill. Oh, that's a great save. Great pass, great shot, great save.
Just doing what they had to do to get it on target. Remember, we are killing a penalty right now. McCaslin backdoor. The hook from Glower had to draw a penalty. He had to do it as well. It was Cameron Mann. Power play's over with 12 seconds to go. Panthers will get 148 of 5-on-4 with 1:38 to go in the first period, sponsored by Orchid IT.
I just love how players just look at the ref and go, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. What are you watching? I'm innocent. It's like every guy in prison, I'm innocent. Every hockey player, I'm innocent.
I'd be proud of that if I was on the ice. If I'd got a stick to stop ex-Boston Bruin Cameron Mann getting what was certain to be a goal, I'd be proud of taking a sensible penalty.
That's a good penalty. But he didn't think it was.
Panthers bench getting it wrong, sending out 5 players. Panthers not there for the draw, so it's just given to Hull. All that came from the miscommunication, misunderstanding on the bench. And all Stingrays do is dump it in. Damour's out. He goes back to the bench. Richardson, Bergin and Cameron Mann up front for Nottingham on the power play. Back door, it just won't tee up. For Cameron Mann, Nottingham can't keep it in. Nielsen, oh, I always think that's an insult. I love to see it, but he passed it back to the keeper. First time I ever saw that was a Russian team doing it because they had so much control.
Yeah.
1 minute to go, first period. Can Panthers make it 4 before the break? Richardson uses the boards to get it all the way around. Mann backhands it to Bergin. Richardson's coming in back door. Bergin loses control and Hull get a chance to clear it. Lob it down the ice. 40 seconds to go. St. Pierre comes out to play left wing. Galbraith spins and turns, has a look. There's no tricky pass on for him. Panthers have only got 30 seconds to go forward. Gascon waiting for his second unit power play to come out with him. Onto the tape. Here comes Jay Henderson. Right to the back door. It's off a foot again. This time doesn't go in off McCaslin. McCaslin wants the puck and gets it. 15 seconds to go. Gascon. Last few seconds of the period, we need a shot on target. There it is from David Clark. It's deflected, hits the glass. Period's going to end with a 3-0 scoreline. And Panthers will start the second period with 22 seconds of power play to come, but with a commanding, wrench-like grip on this game. 20 minutes gone, sponsored by Orchid IT. GMB Panthers 3, Hull Stingrays 0.
The players will be back after this short message from our headline sponsor. We know it's interrupting the interesting bit, but bear with us. We think you'll like this. Do you have a mortgage? Are you thinking about getting on the property ladder? Would you like to check if you could pay less on your monthly repayments? Then why not talk to Nottingham Mortgage Services? When you get mortgage advice from us, we won't just find you deals offered by only one lender. We search thousands of mortgages from over 60 lenders to find the right deal for you. Visit thenottingham.com to find out more or request a callback. Everything can be done from the comfort and convenience of your own home. Now back to the Nottingham Panthers.
42 minutes for cross-checking.
You got 2 minutes for getting burnt so many times.
Here we go, start off the second period. It's an sponsored by OrchidIT.com. Can we have some noise?
2 minutes for cross-checking against Pavel Kamenyuk, right on the hooter. Led to a lot of discussions in the break. And it means Nottingham start with a very short 5-on-3 power play.
Quick goal here would make the night a lot easier.
Galbraith, the master passer, gets one to the back door. Rayton's just about blocks Richardson's shot. McCaslin recovers it, they're getting a man back. Clark sends it deep. 5-on-4 power play, Nottingham for 90 seconds. Galbraith behind the net, bides his time, no one goes to him. Cloutier gets lucky really. Panthers get it round to Nielsen. Nielsen throws one to the back of the net. McCaslin corrals the puck, backhands it. Galbraith leaves it. Richardson comes to collect, backhands it. Didn't quite get hold of it, but it landed with Clark and onto McCaslin. Backdoor. Big shot from Nielsen. McCaslin doesn't have eyes in the top of his helmet, and Glauert latches on to the big looping rebound, slams the brakes on, forgets to take the puck with him, and McCaslin gets it forward to his line mates up front. David Clark, wrist shot, just off target. There's no doubt what David Clark was going to do there.
Well, we all know David Clark's going to do. He's thinking tonight, it must be my birthday. They're going to let me shoot the puck from the slot, and no one's going to come to me.
This guy needs a few goals for 200. He needs 3 points for 200 points. And I think it's 5 goals for 100 goals, something like that, Kevin Bergen. Gets it out of Marty Gascon. He has to stretch though, gets it down to Henderson. He uses the referee's skates to get it to Bergen. Hull's box is so tight. Backdoor just on the wrong side of Cameron Mann. And Hull get it forward. But even that wasn't good, because a good pass to Kalmikov and he could have been away at least 1-on-1.
Oh, here we go.
Stingrays have got their man back. Bergen hits the side net in. Henderson turns it out front to Gascon. Gascon cleverly uses the boards and gets it to Bergen. He tries to undress Burns. Burns has recovered. Panthers have lost the puck momentarily, and I'm sure it will be momentarily. And Kamenyuk is out of the box, and we're back at even strength, but not on the scoreboard. Panthers still loading it by 3-0. I think the youngsters have a game away today. So the likes of Josh Ward aren't in the lineup for the GMB Nottingham Panthers tonight. It's a shame, really, because they could have got some valuable experience in this one.
Yeah, you know, over the season, the Nottingham Panthers have kind of grown as a team. They're not, you know, they got their 3-goal lead and they're going to play smart. They're not going to have D jumping into the play trying to get points. They know they got 3, that's enough. They're going to play good defense now. They're not going to open it up. They're going to play smart, going to conserve energy, and every time a team makes a mistake, they got enough guys that can score goals that they're going to get a few more without playing reckless.
Yeah, I know. That was wrong of me to say we should try and embarrass them, but just for once for the fans. But you've also got to bear in mind that we've got a big game coming up in 24 hours' time.
Of course you do.
Dom DeMore goes all through on his own and then uses the boards to get it across to David Clark, who sets up Jade Galbraith. Magician, oh, he nearly got it through to Clark, but not quite. Burns gets it out, and for once they don't just give it away, but they don't manage the 3 passes on the trot, just the 2.
Yeah, let's count. We'll see if they can get 3.
No.
Turnover.
Cameraman, backdoor Clark on the wrong hand. Off a skate, but it's to cameraman, and for once, the ex-Boston Bruin fluffs it.
1.
Glower, 2. Huppy, shot, pad save, rebound. Glower can't get hold of it and get tight round the other side of the net. Cameraman's got all the way back to beyond his own goal line to put right what he could, if you were being really harsh, claim he started. No icing, McCaslin got a piece of it. Mitchell under pressure. Shall I go this way, shall I go this way? Oh, he came this way, 1, 2, no, only 2. So since Rick started his game of counting the passes, they haven't got to 3. Steve Lee getting in a quandary there. He's getting help from Bergin, and between them they get it forward. Cameraman's driving the net. Bergin tries the soft one. He's got hold of that stick. Gets away with it. Caslin. Bruce Richardson very cleverly waited, because it would have been a too many men call if he'd played it straight away. Hull can't get it out. Tom Norton keeps it in. McCaslin tries to shoot from a ridiculous angle. Second time gets it through, and it wasn't a million miles past the far post.
McCaslin will shoot from anywhere. All good goal scorers aren't afraid to shoot the puck from bad angles. It's all right. You can shoot the puck from a bad angle as long as you hit the net.
Tickets on sale until the end of the next interval, and from 9 o'clock in the morning, doors and floors at the ready. Bring your friends.
15-10 to go, second period. Panthers lead by 3. Hull must think this ice is on a slope.
Yeah, Hull's going uphill once again.
Exactly, as they were in the first. Dom DeMore winds up. Oh, it's off tight. It just reminds me of Mighty Ducks, doesn't it? It'd be so... A tip from Richardson on the shot.
The kid's
from
got
Tom
a
Norton.
cannon, eh?
Yeah, hasn't he? But it's like Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
It could go for a throw-in if it was football sometimes.
Oh, God. A cannon. If he ever hit the net, it would score 10 goals a game. But
we got some new, cheaper sticks. A sample came in. They're really light. Dom DeMore picks the right up because he's right-handed. Flexes it, snaps in 2. He was only flexing it.
quality sticks then.
Someone in, and it's not me, and it's not below me, has to realize that sometimes you get what you pay for.
Yeah. In hockey sticks, you get what you pay for. All right, if you're giving them to 12-year-old kids.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Glower eventually gets it out. Nope. Still only 2 passes on the bounce.
There's 1.
1, 2. All right, this could be big. 3, 4. Oh, look at this. Look where it's leading to. First time we've seen 4 passes on a bounce from Hull, and it's led to some pressure. Until now. Steve Lee gets just enough on it, sends it round the shelf. Gamenyuk stands still.
He's got his cement skates on tonight.
Yeah. Oh.
A hole in his stick.
Cement hands as well. It's tipped, they're onside. They're offside, actually. For once, Sean McCaslin loses out. Now there's two passes. He's Knight. The D-man turned forward. Bergin winds up, shot, rebound. Cameron Mann just couldn't quite get to it. Corey Nielsen intercepts, can't keep it in the blue line, tries to kick it forward, it bounces around. Halkidis latches onto it. I'm pretty sure his dad runs a Greek restaurant in New York.
Or he's in the mob.
Behave. I'm pretty sure his dad runs a Greek restaurant in New York, because I remember we were looking at him in the days of our previous coach. Thank goodness that didn't come off. No disrespect to the lad, but yeah, okay, you might be all right for Hull, but you weren't good enough for us. And as ever, an agent had a great deal of value on his books for him. Demore, no one to pass to. Turns around, he's drawn a penalty. St. Pierre's going for escape, bit of exercise. Get the blood flowing again. 12:03 to go, second period, sponsored by Orchid IT. Panthers lead by 3, they're going to the power play.
Well, the boys have stopped them from having a scoring chance this period. That's the most work he's had this for the last 8 minutes. A little jaunt to the bench and back. Get the sweat going. Power play hasn't been great tonight. They've only had a couple, but need some quality shots here. Let's shoot the puck.
Well, Galbraith was trying to use the boards to get it to Gascon. That McCaslin intercepted and then sent a beautiful pass to Gascon. Galbraith goes in, takes the shot on the short side, gets manhandled by the big bear. Gamenyuk. He's from the Ukraine, isn't he?
Yep.
It's Russia. Russian bear. McCaslin. Gascon through traffic, stick to the corner. Levers goes for it. Big slash from Kalmikov, nothing given. Silverthorne can't do anything about it. Shot from David Clark led to a flutter at the back of the Hull Stingrays.
Oh, another penalty.
Slashing is the call against Levers.
Was it me? I'm innocent.
Was it?
Slash.
Yeah.
But when you see Levers' mouth guard comes out, wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I didn't do it.
11:21 to go. We're on 4-on-4 action. Should suit Nottingham.
Penalty to Panthers, number 16, Mark Levers, 2 minutes for slashing.
Jay Henderson's going down the middle channel. Richardson gives it to the advancing Demore. He tries to feather a pass through. That's why you're a D-man, son.
Hair on your knuckles hard.
Pad save, St. Pierre. Turned in deep. Mitchell for the Hull Stingrays. Knocked down. Oh, he's given the penalty. Oh, that's a soft one. Always think that's hard. .10:53 to go, second. Power play to the Hull Stingrays. 4-on-3, then 5-on-4.
I don't understand. How do you get interference? Mitchell had the puck. Demore finished his
We've
chance.
had that conversation before. I don't think it can be interference on the puck carrier.
Penalty to Panthers, number 55, before making the war, 2 minutes for interference. Panthers 55, 2 minutes for interference. Penalty time at 20.
So interference, the call, as Rick quietly says. Halkidis gets it in low. Here's Kalmikov. If anyone's going to score for Hull, it would be KK. Silverthorne has not been the player he used to be. Panthers 2-on-1. Cameraman didn't take the shot, tried to feed it to Bruce Richardson. Even when he's on one knee, he's putting more effort in than some of the Stingrays.
Yeah, Silverthorne is lacking something. In Cardiff, he was outstanding.
Didn't he start up in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Where he was unbelievable. McCaslin just takes it off Halkidis' stick. All right, here comes the Stingrays power play. Well, when I say power play, I mean it was already a power play, but now it's the 5-on-3 bit. Good save.
It's a wasted shot.
We don't get it out, but now we do. Good effort from Sean McCaslin. Marty Gascon makes amends, gets it forward. Gascon. Oh, Nielsen jumps into the play and it's left it 2-0 at the back door. Kalmikov, big pad save. Henderson takes the penalty as we get one man back. We're going to lose another, but the man back, Levers gets over, plays the puck. Jay Henderson takes a professional foul. Good penalty.
It's a great penalty, but it's kind of a dumb play by Nottingham. It's a 5-on-3 and their D is jumping into the play.
Well, you said Nottingham need to take no risks. Who took the risk? Player coach Corey Nielsen.
Dumb play. You know what? There's only one of you. It's a 5-on-3. You know what? The risk ain't worth it. The puck hits somebody, bad bounce, breakaway. Now they're not going to sit in 5-on-3 again.
Here comes some words of wisdom from that man in the middle with the skinhead haircut. The Steve Wilkinson lookalike, Bobby McEwen. Steve shouting at me. They won't understand him. It's Bobby McEwen.
He's drawing the KFC sign.
Yeah, he sounds like a villain out of Taggart. Actually, he sounds like a villain out of Rabsy Nesbitt. He makes Rabsy Nesbitt sound like he speaks the Queens. Anyway, he's giving him some advice. They've got a way into this game if they can convert this 21-second 5-on-3 power play. Nottingham killed a big 5-on-3 penalty power play to the Hull Stingrays in the first period. They've done a little bit so far. Now they've got more to do. And that wasn't a bad draw from Hull's point. It was a very good draw from Cameron Mann because he did what he wanted to do. He banged it down the ice. Well, Hull are stringing some passes together, as they should, 5-on-3. We're getting a man back now, though. They haven't got a shot on goal in 21 seconds. A 5-on-3. Kalmikov with a shot, saved by the Saint. He was on the edge of the blue paint. He slid back and gathered it in, swallowed it up. 5-on-4.
Well, they dodged the bullet there. They killed it. Now they got 5-on-4. You know, this is going to outwork the Hull Stingrays now and kill this penalty. And this game still can go either way. You know what? If they let Hull score one, they'll think they've accomplished something. They got to kill this penalty, go back to work, score another goal, put another nail in your coffin, and finish this game off.
Pashkamenya can't keep that one in at the blue line. So Kalmikov comes through the middle channel, tries to get the big legs going. He's Ukrainian as well, isn't he?
Yep. Well, he was born in Ukraine. He spent most of his from 16 on in Canada.
Yeah, but he still carries the Ukrainian passport. There's always a problem when you have to go to Europe with him and stuff. He has to have the special visas and everything, I remember.
I know, he's married to a Canadian girl, and he hasn't got a Canadian passport.
He's got a green card, I think. I think he can live in America or Canada, but then you have a right carry on getting him out and what have you.
I know.
He was with you last year in Hull, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then he nearly left you.
Yeah.
He was going to the Russian league.
Yeah, he was going to Belarus.
I know. Because I got the call asking me what his position was. And I told him, you'll just never get out of there. You know, they won't pay the compensation. It's just not going to happen. So you kept him in Hull, thanks to me.
Thanks, Gar.
That's all right, sir. I wasn't actually, I was just telling the truth. That was the way of it.
Yeah.
Pass from Nielsen, Gascon gets the handcuffs off, goes the long way round and buries it low. Super pass from Corey Nielsen.
That's just a great play. Great pass. And then Gascon comes, he's getting hooked. He can't shoot the puck. He goes around the goalie, waits, and he just waits for that last second and slides it in the open net. That's a great goal.
Listen to the roar. Look at the crowd. This is a wonderful night out in Nottingham.
That's a highlight reel goal. Guy all over him, hooking, holding, trying to steal his lunch money, and he still scored.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Pretty. Now that was a pretty goal.
Pretty goal.
Silverthorne wins a draw. First thing he's won all night. I hope for his sake he's bought a 50-50 ticket. Short-handed goal for Marty Gascon, his 10th of the year. And we get Jay Henderson back, and another power play goes begging for Hull. Demore uses the board, it flicks off David Clark's shoulder as far as Halkidis at the red line. He gives it straight to Bergin. Bergin steams forward left ring, gets the legs going at last. Throws one in the crease, Raytons doesn't know where it is. Henderson could have made a meal of that and just said, it's 4-0 boys, there's no need to cause aggravation. And Raytons gets the whistle and the face-off he wanted. 6:53 to go, second period. Then a third period. It could be a long end to the shift at the office for the Hull Stingrays. And their fans, fancy dress and all. The effects of the alcohol, our spy witnessed them necking, appears to be waning. The scoreboard's taken over from the alcohol and they've gone quiet. From what I can tell up here, it's been good-natured banter, no problems.
Now they're singing, Gare.
I wonder what they are singing at. Can you work the words out?
We're in 8th place.
You won't be able to get a camera on him. The one at the back making the most noise might have had a haircut since I last saw him, but he hasn't lost any weight. David Clark with the puck for Nottingham, sends one down the middle. There wasn't a lot on, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Gets it out of our zone, makes Hull have to do something, and we can flood the neutral zone. And the way they've been passing, like that one, they're not going to mount much of an attack. Off the boards, onto the tape, Galbraith onto the tape for David Clark. Will he pull the trigger? Soft one. Drawn a penalty though. Tripping the call. Hicksy's been a bit harsh on them now.
I didn't see that. Was there a trip?
I think
maybe a hook.
I think, can I say this? I think Hicksy must have been a fan of Steve Irwin.
I don't know. I didn't see a trip there. I saw maybe nothing.
6:02 to go. They're arguing it. Arguing it with the wrong man.
Yeah.
Argued it with Lee Young.
There's another guy. I'm innocent. He might have been. Yeah. He might have been innocent. Shawshank, I'm innocent.
it's one guy arguing I'm innocent, another guy who never ever admits he's wrong. Ever. Not in the history of UK hockey. We're passing back to the keeper again. Oh, cameraman loses out with Glauer. Richardson, right wing. Oh, he slams the brakes on, goes down.
Stays with it.
That drew a tripping call in Sheffield. That exact move. The guy never touched him. And I can't even remember who was the ref last week in Sheffield. Smith, and Dean Smith gave 2 for tripping against the Sheffield Steeler. I've always said that Dean Smith's a good referee.
He's great.
He's my favourite at the moment. All right, this is pond hockey at the moment.
No, pond hockey is more exciting than this.
Well, you don't usually watch pond hockey, you play it. Mark Levers on a little give and go to himself. Panthers still with 45 seconds of power play. McCaslin having a little bit of a battle at the crease. With Gemeniuk. McCaslin punches him in the side.
He's not happy.
Oh, the big bear sticked him. Oh, the goalie sticked him as well.
Yeah.
I bet the linesman didn't see that.
But here's a great even-up call. Hicksy wasn't going to call nothing. Now he's sending Gomanek to the penalty box for taking a good right cross from McCaslin. He gave him a good punch right in the chops.
I think he got sticked right at the start of that little exchange. Well, I like...
Uh-oh.
It might have been a spear right at the start.
Yeah, he might have speared him.
Might be the spearing afterwards.
He might have skewered him. Yeah, because McCaslin doesn't really get that excited ever. He was furious.
Yeah, I think there was a spear in there. He wasn't calling it though, the ref. Didn't have his arm in the air. Nothing came, as you quite rightly said, until Max said, I'm not having that, and punched him.
Right in the chops.
Well, it's 5 minutes for Gamenyuk. I'll bet you that's for spearing or attempted spearing. I love that call. Attempted spearing. That means he didn't.
That means you missed.
Yeah, it means he didn't. Yeah. I've always said that. It means he didn't. My favourite on the news at the moment is the road's partially blocked. You look up the word blocked in the dictionary and you tell me how you're either pregnant or you're not. It's either blocked or it isn't.
It isn't.
The road cannot be partially blocked, Steve Wilkinson. So it's 2 for McCaslin for roughing, I'll bet you that.
Well, the Stingrays are going to be a better hockey team right now because tonight Gomanuk was garbage.
Yeah.
He couldn't move, he didn't turn. Must have been out boozing last night.
Butt ending. Back of the net, David Clark. That was easy. That was simple. That was 4-on-3 power play action. Butt ending's a cheap one, isn't it? Butt ending.
That's a garbage penalty. You know, if you got something, slash the guy. But don't butt end him, because that's being sneaky. That's being a rat weasel and then getting caught.
And he doesn't need to do it. He's a big, strong guy. I remember you and our Paul saying to me, he's a bear of a man. He's a big, strong man. He can look after himself. If he gets in a bear hug, he'll crush the wind out of him.
Oh, here's a good chance for Nottingham now to run the score up. They got another...
without risk.
Yeah, without risk. They got another minute 44 here, 4-on-4, and then 3 minutes of power play. Straight power play.
Clark, he's going to fill his boots tonight, isn't he? Keeper's not up to it, defence isn't up to it. They're going to give him time to shoot. He's going to pull that trigger. Jay Henderson, like a good pro, chased his man back. All right, it was only Esders, but he followed him all the way back. And what should have been a 2-on-1 with Damore stranded at the back became a 2-on-2. And Henderson got back way before captain Danny Myers and made it a 2-on-2. Little bit of hole pressure. Cloutier can't get the pass to the front. Goes off the end of Richardson's stick. He goes back to get it. Radham fires it round. Panthers change on the fly. Everyone jumps off, so we're not given the too many men call. In 48 seconds, we get 3 minutes of power play. Steve Lee pushes his man into the boards nice and gently.
Couple Hull kids battling it out in the corner.
Jay Henderson goes in there. Oh, it's just run off the end of his stick.
Hicks is calling a lot of penalties tonight.
I was just thinking he's trying out a new whistle, isn't he?
He must have got a new whistle.
Is it your birthday round now? It was his birthday last week and he got a new whistle.
He did. He obviously
got it for Christmas. We haven't seen him since Christmas, have we? He got that whistle for Christmas.
Here we go, another 4-on-3. Get Clarkey out there to pull the trigger. He wants a hat.
GMB Panthers into the first lane on a Farmer Skoda power play.
Taxi for Esders, 4 calls for a pass of 50-50.
Well, it's 4-on-3 for 35 seconds. And then it's 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes. Clarkey wins the draw, gets help from Galbraith. Nielsen can't make room for the shot. Galbraith has a look, fakes the shot, throws one at the net.
I like who's in front, though.
Oh, it has to be him.
There's the man. There's the best standing in front of the net guy in the league, Bergen. The best.
Because anyone knows if they do a butt end or a slash or a spear on him, he'll just turn around and really drop them.
Oh, he'll hit you so hard that your mama's going to go, oh, that hurt.
Back in Canada.
Yeah.
Or the Ukraine. Clarkey looking for the hat trick.
He'll stand there all night and just pull the trigger.
All right, he's gone 5-on-3 in 7 seconds. As you say, Rick, nothing reckless, no need for it. This is it. Two-man advantage. Backdoor McCaslin straight out of the box. Holds his ground against Burns. Nielsen. Galbraith. Backdoor. McCaslin. Thank you very, very much.
It's not fair though because
no, it's not fair.
It's not fair because Galbraith makes it look so easy. He just stands there and goes, "Okay, I'll just pass you. You're just not getting the open net." Way too easy.
How good would he be if he really knuckled down and throughout his career had been super fit? Jade Galbraith would not have been a make-up player in the NHL. He'd have been on a second
He's got NHL hands. There's no doubt about it. He's got hands, NHL hands, but he doesn't have NHL speed. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Second of the game, 28th of the season for number 37, Sean McCaslin.
McCaslin's on a hat-trick as well now. And we're still on a 5-on-4 power play. And if we score, we stay on a 5-on-4 power play.
Okay.
Major penalties don't get cancelled out by goals, remember.
No offense to Levers, but you got two guys who played in NHL, 4 guys have played in the American League, and Mark Levers.
Yeah. He's got a shot on him though, the Derby lad. It's lobbed through. Mitchell tries to take it out of mid-air, then tries to skate straight through Marty Gascon. Glower off the side of the net, was it? No, it was Kalmikov.
No. KK.
Big KK. Big KK fired the rifle off target. And Marty Gascon's dancing through, tiptoeing through. Goes through, no offside. Burns has a chance to clear and lobs it down the ice, and it's going to land kindly for Cloutier. He's got Mitchell at the back door, and he shoots and scores. Short-handed, Hull break the shutout at 6-0.
Lee Mitchell.
Well, that takes the pressure off the match sponsors, Orchid IT.
Yeah.
Because on a shutout, even if he hasn't been tested, the pressure's always on them to go man of the match to the goalie, isn't it?
Yeah, he hasn't done nothing all night.
He hasn't had a lot to do. He's made a couple of saves.
He made a couple of saves.
And the shots on goal were incredibly 12-13 officially in the first period. 2 of them were back passes by Corey Nielsen, though.
Yeah.
Seriously, they were. Does that count if a teammate finds
We're going to have to find that out.
You're going to have to do that. Well, you see, you've been trying to, off air, folks, Rick's been trying to tell me he's learned things about the rules and what have you. But this is my big question to you about whether linesmen can call penalties or not. Who told you that? The linesman?
No, a referee.
A referee, yeah. Okay, well, that must be true then. Well, Hull get their second hard shot on net in as many shifts. McCaslin backdoor. Halkidis tips it just to the side of his own net. Clark keeps it in, but only as far as Knight. Knight has a chance to clear. Galbraith, you knew what he was going to do. He was going to lift the stick. Oh, and you knew what McCaslin was going to do. Damour! Mon chéri Damour.
Did you see all the guys behind the net duck?
The guys in the car park ducked. The cheerleaders ducked. My new banner was in danger at the back of the stage. 3-0, 4-1. Sponsored by Orchid IT in the Elite League. Adds up. Sorry, 3-0, 3-1. Adds up to 6-1. GMB Panthers 6, Hull Stingrays 1. 20 more minutes at the office to come for the Hull Stingrays.
So you're not going to be buying one of those Steelers bad shirts anytime soon?
Yeah.
And what was your first skate back out there like?
I felt like Bambi.
You're jealous of his hair.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it because yours is gorgeous like his, but
Yeah. So, yeah. If you haven't seen the video, Thank God it was bad cam work, because otherwise I probably would have got suspended for about 15 games.
I found an old program and a picture of him in there and photocopied it and gave it to him. I don't think he was too happy.
I don't know what happened to him over here, but it obviously wasn't good.
Oh.
They've given Kevin Bergen an assist on one of the goals, so he's 2 points away from 200 in Elite League action. Panthers are 20 minutes away from a big victory. Gemenyuk thrown out. I think he's standing at the back of the bench in his tracksuit now. His 5-minute penalty's just about run out, but Panthers 5 goals to the good.
All they got to do this period
Oh, Corey Nielsen's taking his eye off the puck. It got caught in the...
it's wet.
How many times
It's
did
wet
it
out
come out
there.
here and the ice isn't set?
Oh, Panthers good. Just keep it business-like out there this period.
2-0. Lowe was serving the penalty. Mitchell didn't fancy passing to him. Cloutier shoots, what, 4, 5, 6 feet off target?
8.
Okay. You're the builder.
Yep.
That's an 8 feet sash window, misses.
2.4 now.
Yeah.
Ideal in metric.
Yeah, 2.4. That's a big one. That's a big job. That's a big job. I'd have to put the more expensive one on. Galbraith stands his ground against Mitchell and Mitchell goes flying. Lowe tries to backhand it out. Don't know where this Ben Lowe's come from. British kid.
He might be a Hull kid.
He got a goal yesterday, or this week, Thursday.
Penalty. Yep. Straight out. That's a home run. Right out of the park.
I don't like that rule, but I understand why it was brought in.
What?
Just to speed it up, because teams were doing it over and over and over
I made
again.
a career of deflecting the puck out of the net when we got running around, just grab it,
Yeah.
shoot it over.
But
you can tell.
Surely the rule shouldn't be, it's automatically always 2. It's if you do it over and over again, the ref comes over and says, I'm going to give you one if you keep doing that. But give the ref a bit of judgment on that one. Oh, you know what, that's probably a mistake. Look at this, Nottingham. This is power play practice time.
Yeah, they're just going to work the puck around. Oops.
And that's why you practice the power play, to stop that happening.
I give Burns credit for Hull. He finishes every check.
Pass right through the middle, onto the tape, handcuffs off, McCaslin goes backhand, rebound. Levers wanted to hit it on the forehand, tried to adjust his body, couldn't get to it in time. Hull bank it off and out. Gascon spins and turns, pass goes under Richardson's stick, it's gone down, it was touch, so there was no icing whistle. Ratums gets it to his own corner. Nottingham hustling and bustling and come away with it. Richardson deliberately pretended to play that but didn't. So it got through to Bergen. Bergen's gone in front of the blue paint. Henderson. No need to flog Henderson to death. If anyone gets a rest, it should be Henderson. He's had sleepless nights with the birth and the long journey, and he's still getting his legs back.
Oh, it takes a good 2 weeks.
Backhand through the legs from St. Pierre, but then Panthers misplaced the pass. Probably been our worst power play of the night, but remember, we're leading by 5 goals.
Fans want more, though.
So do I. So do I.
I think about now, some of the players are thinking about tomorrow night.
Must be impossible not to do that, mustn't it?
Well, you're up by 5 goals in the third period. You know, you're going, well, we don't need any more. I'm just going to do the simple things, dump it in and get off. I want to get ready for tomorrow. I don't want to waste any energy. And some of those people say, well, you can't do that. Well, of course it does. They never played the game then. They're thinking about tomorrow right now. They're getting ready.
And it brings us back to a point I made earlier. You know, we haven't got the Josh Wards on the bench tonight because they're busy playing junior hockey. If they were here, they'd be getting shifts right now.
Of course they would.
That's an interesting one. Hutchison was chosen to serve the What was that last penalty for?
Butt ending.
No, there was one.
Oh, no, he flipped the puck out.
Oh, it was Hutchinson that flipped
Yeah, he flipped it out.
He wasn't serving it for someone else, was it?
No, that was his...
Lowe served the penalty for Gamenyuk at the start of the period, end of last period.
Clarkie's lucky to get away right there.
Jeff Glower back from concussion. To be honest, he's the only one that's played tonight for Hull that looks like he hasn't got concussion. 3-on-1, backdoor, David Clark, hat-trick. Off one knee. Arise, Sir David.
Well, right there's just a great... You know, it's a turnover by Hull, sloppy in the neutral zone. Nottingham comes back on a 3-on-1. And, of course, Clarkie opens up, loads the gun, and then buries it. The goalie's going, what do I got to do here?
Well, as we said, fill your boots, David, fill your boots. Over 4,500 in the building. No Dominic Damore this period for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. He's pulled a stomach muscle, and Mark Hartley takes over from Kevin St. Pierre in the Panthers net.
Where's Damore?
He's pulled a stomach muscle in the second period. Not going to take any risks. He might not even be in the lineup tomorrow. Nick Tonys could be jumping back in. That's the beauty of having a spare defenseman.
Well, the stomach muscles is something you can't...
Cameron Mann stretches, he makes it too. He's on a hat-trick. I think Ross Dalglish gets a point on that one.
Well, the road is on. The Hull Stingrays have just quit playing. They got their biggest traveling
fans I've ever seen, nearly over 80 of them, a lot of them in fancy dress. And they're applauding the Nottingham Panthers at the moment.
And they're getting embarrassed right now. Yeah, and there's a goaltender change.
Andy Yazik, dressed a few times for the GMB Nottingham Panthers, takes over in goal for the Hull Stingrays. Puts his net back on its moorings. Kevin St. Pierre's back on the Nottingham bench. He's taken his helmet off, he's taken his gloves off, he's dropped his stick behind the bench. He's got the baseball cap on.
Cameron Mann, assistant 15, Ross Dalglish, and 37, Sean McCaslin. 27 from 15 and 37.
Beautiful pass from McCaslin, but Dalglish is whistled down for offside.
He's a little excited out there.
He's another extra from Taggart.
Yeah, the last goalie got lit up like a Christmas tree. He's got a sunburn in the back of his neck. That red light going on. He's in there getting some suntan lotion on, some sunscreen.
Bobby McEwen's been rubbing it in on his neck just in case. Nottingham will go easy now. Offside's the call. Who was that making no effort to get out of the zone?
Coach.
Oh. He wanted the whistle.
Yeah. Isn't that supposed to go all the way down?
Oh well. 15 minutes and 17 seconds to go, sponsored by Orchid IT. How long do you think it'll be before the home fans start chanting, "We want 10"?
As soon as they get 9.
So you're saying the Nottingham fans can't add 2?
No, they're not going to get excited until they get to 9. What is the record for goals in the Elite League for the Panthers?
Well, we scored 10 against Newcastle a couple of weeks ago.
Was it 10 they got that night?
10-3. 10-3, wasn't it, Steve? Yeah.
Oh!
Bruce Richardson's trying to entertain the crowd by not using his skates.
Well, the banana peel. Someone threw a banana peel on the ice. Tripped over it. Got to help him out there.
Knight just about gets past Corey Nielsen's hip check. Fires it to the front. Has Hartley made a save yet, bless him? Tom Norton gets a piece of it, but not enough of it. They try to fire that off the back of the keeper.
Save!
The save on Cloutier. Good job, Tommy Norton. Followed it through. Another save. He's got, if my memory serves me right, Mark Hartley's got a 100% save percentage. This is his third or fourth little belt. He's had a period, a 10-minute and a 7-minute, something like that. And he's faced very few shots, but I've not looked it up lately, but to my knowledge, he's on a 100% save percentage. Jade Galbraith, second by the cherry, makes some room, can't get the shot away. Pass to Clarkey. Alkidis and KK got enough on it to get it away. Hull trying to bring it forward. Ooh, nice little move inside. Burns flinched a little bit there, though. Did you see that? Kevin Bergen's playing D in place of Damore. Silverthorne. That's the first time I've used Silverthorne's name in the third period. Centering pass straight to Steve Lee. Kevin Bergen flicks it down the ice. And everyone changes. 13 miles just under to go for Nottingham. Dalglish getting a regular shift in place of Bergen, who's playing on D in place of Damore.
Yeah, you know, they're going to go with 5D. They're going to give little Norton some ice time out here, get him a little more experience. Put Bergen back. Well, he kills penalties. He plays on the power play, so he's comfortable back there. And little work for maybe tomorrow night. He might have to play some D.
Tom Norton saw the hit coming from Young Low. Cameraman can't get the pass across to McCaslin. Oh, McCaslin can't get to it. Dalglish can. Off the boards to McCaslin. McCaslin backhands to Dalglish. Dalglish tries to protect the puck from Silverthorne, does so successfully. Off the backboards, Richardson spins and turns, comes away from Halkidis, still with the puck. Less than 12 minutes to go. Panthers leading 8-1, sponsored by Orchid IT. Halkidis eventually gets it forward. Easy interception by Jay Henderson. Steve Lee's pass just goes off the end of Richardson's stick, though.
Nottingham Panthers are comfortable right now. They're going to send one guy, play the 1-2-2, look for some turnovers, and then counter.
I'll be honest, you were dead right. The absence of Gamenyuk hasn't made any difference to him. Here we go. Jay Henderson had to be lifted over the diving, clever play from the defenseman. Is that Mitchell?
Yeah, Mitchell. Yeah, he did great plays. Yeah, nothing to do.
It meant Richardson had to feather a high one, little lob, and it meant they couldn't get a piece of it. Big slash on Burns by Marty Gascon. Burns finished his hit on the French-Canadian. David Clark takes his time, then plays it. Penalty for slashing against Marty Gascon on Burns on the back of his legs.
Marty's going, it's 8-1. What are you doing hitting me? The game's over, buddy.
Yeah, that was the point.
But Burns, it don't matter what the score, he's going to finish his checks. I'll give the kid credit. He finishes every check. And Marty's going, hey, listen, I don't want to get hit. The baseball to the back of the leg. Maybe if they all play like Burns, it wouldn't be 8-1.
Okay, Kalmikov goes through, gets disrobed. No call, amazingly. Cameraman backhands it in low, goes for a change. Fresh legs come on for Nottingham up front. Levers goes off as well. McCaslin and Galbraith come on the penalty kill with 90 seconds to go till Gascon comes out of the box. Unless the Hull Stingrays can find something. The odds on that are very long. They're as long as the odds were short on the 3 horses I had in a so-called Trixie this afternoon. Man at the back door, Davis. Whistle's gone for offside.
Yeah.
One came first, and the middle one came second, so I've got some money coming back tomorrow at the bookies.
Yeah, but you need them all to finish first, didn't you?
If all finished first, I'd have had a lot of money coming back from the bookies.
But now you're getting a little money back.
A little bit, yeah.
Cover your bet.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Enough to take Otto for dinner?
Look at this. Little less talk, a little more conversation. Glower wins a draw. Hull have the puck with 63 seconds of power play to go. They're onside. That's a bonus for them. Glower gets it round the back of the net to his player coach, Sylvain Cloutier. Nielsen does enough to rob a couple of them, gets it forward Richardson. His pass wasn't quite in the right position, but Henderson directed it further forward. Mitchell slammed the brakes on, backhand. Oh, David Clark so nearly got the handcuffs off cameraman, and it could have been 2 hat-tricks. Glove save, Mark Hartley.
Great save by the kid. That was a hard shot by Silverthorne on the fly. Great save. You'll remember that one.
That's the earliest our announcers have played this song ever.
Yeah, I think they're pretty safe tonight.
I thought the book should have been pretty safe to do it a lot earlier in previous games.
Oh, that's a good play by the kid.
He's playing basketball as well. That's called, what do you call that? Oh, it nearly loops over. Yazik, backdoor levers. Yazik makes the save. Both these youngsters racking up the percentages on the saves. The word I was looking for in basketball was gets the rebound, you know. Pass right down the middle. Levers couldn't latch onto it. A la Gascon earlier. That was the prettiest goal of the night, wasn't it?
No, that was just a class goal with guys, somebody hanging all over them, and just the patience and the desire to take it and then make the great move and then put it in the open net. That's highlight reel stuff.
Clark to Galbraith. Sets it forward beautifully to Levers. Clark going for 4. Oh, and his backhand on his own rebound goes too far back and across the face of the net. And Galbraith can't find him this time. 7.5 miles to go. Galbraith finishes his hit. Penalty coming. Referee took his time. Oh, harsh words. What did you do that for? He had his head down.
Yeah, the problem is he didn't have the puck.
Still had his head down.
That was a hard hit.
Have your 50-50 tickets ready, please.
In the NHL, that would have been 5 games.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it
Yeah, hitting to the head.
wasn't a hit to the head. It's 2 minutes.
Hit him in the head.
No.
He hit him in the head. Okay, he hit him in the knee. He crushed him. We'll call it like we see it. It was a good hit.
Rewind the DVD, folks.
It was a good hit. So Mark Hartley on net man in duty, on penalty kill duty. know what I like about McCaslin? Look, it's 8-1 and he's still working. He just won't quit.
Cloutier goes for the backhand. It's loose. Sit down, son. Sit on it. Glower has a go at it this time, a little bit late.
Good play by the young goalie, falling on it.
He sat on it. He laid it. And it hatched out into a face-off. 6:57 to go. 1:38 of Hull power play. Backup goalie in. Can they double their goals tally tonight? Panthers lead by 8-1. I like the way Bergie's good at it. He always spins and it's the very last second, but he nearly always gets it away. Always gets it away.
Oh, he's a big, strong guy, and he uses his body, and he just feels pressure, and he spins the opposite way, and then shoots it all the way down. Hey, they got to change those signs from Cadbury to Kraft soon.
It's not one of my sponsors, son. I don't care. I love the fact that Kraft borrowed most of the money from a British bank that was bailed out by the British people to buy Cadbury and then put British workers out of work.
Isn't that great?
That's how it's going to work, yeah. I mean, that's the story. I'm assuming that is correctly reported by, the corporation we pay a lot of license fees for to get facts right in news stories. And if that's the case, I think somebody somewhere should be scratching their heads and saying, what's going off here? You can tell it's a boring game at the moment, can't you?
Yeah.
As we're debating politics. When do you think the general election will be?
Well, it's got to be in May.
Well, that bloke a couple of weeks ago said, well, if they vote for David Cameron on May the 6th, it'll be a disaster. I didn't say May the 6th. All I'd like to say is if Panthers get through on Wednesday, hopefully we'll be, if Cardiff celebrate on March the 3rd in this building, it'll be a mistake.
Yeah.
It'll be dreadful. All right, Galbraith's coming back in 2 seconds. Mark Hartley's made the one save. And Panthers have jammed it forward. Here's Galbraith. It's 2-on-1. Cameron Mann looking for the hat-trick. Pass to him. It just bobbled, just bounced, and he just couldn't get his hat-trick. Would have been his first ever Panthers hat-trick, wouldn't it? McCaslin can't squirt it back to him. Nielsen keeps it in, though. Bergin. McCaslin tries the deft little redirect right in front. Bergin, McCaslin and Mann are just finishing everything. They're just grinding it out. They've got Dalglish up front with them. Bergin's working the D. Nielsen keeps it in. It gets to the far side. Hull get it out, but only as far as Bergin. It's run off the end of his stick. We're in the last 5 minutes, sponsored by Orchid IT. Sponsors are downstairs behind the timekeeper's bench, itching to make their presentations. I think it'll go Clarkie's way because of the hat-trick at the moment.
Yeah, he's got to be a front runner here. Galbraith, how many points has Galbraith got, though? You got a few assists tonight.
Well, Nottingham bouncy bomb it in a way, but they get it all the way down the ice. Back door! Galbraith just couldn't squirt the no backlift shot away. Well, not on target anyway. In the last 4 minutes, referee and linesmen's put their whistles away now, even if they were new for Christmas.
Hull fans are getting all excited here. They're singing again.
It's the aftermath. The fumes are kicking in now, not the actual liquid. Hartley made the save. Glower couldn't put the rebound away at the back door. Oh, Panthers, move your feet. Cloutier having a dig, come on. And Corey Nielsen stands his ground. Or is it Mark Levers? It's Mark Levers.
That was Levers.
Yeah. Derby's toughest.
What's that?
Derby's toughest.
Yeah.
.3:14 to go. Hartley gloves it and says, we'll have another face-off, boy. Let's start again. Panthers come away. Gascon back door to Lee. Lee to the... Oh, it was Richardson in front. He just couldn't pull the trigger. Well, the whole fans are making a bit of a racket below me, but I'm not quite sure what they're singing.
They're singing, "Get us out of here."
I mean, Knight came through there and he didn't have any idea. Here we go, 2-on-1. Henderson at the back door. Marty Gascon robbed by Glower. Glower brings it away, 2.5 minutes to go. Back door. Danny Myers puts his stick in to stop the pass getting through to Mitchell. Norton, right wing, goes forward from defence. McCaslin with Huppy. Huppy could only get it as far as Bergin. Bergin to McCaslin. He fakes the shot. Cameraman for the hat-trick. Ricochets off a leg pad. 1:41 to go. Tip from Cameron Mann. Hat-trick Cameron Mann.
Okay, now the fastest start singing 10. Get us 10.
Each season scores with John Rose Jr.
Who would you give right now the whole man of the match to?
The equipment guy.
I'll give it to Burns. Burns is my only contender.
Well, he's the only guy we've ever noticed.
Yeah. And I'd probably give it to him because he at least had the passion to finish that check on Gascon late in the game. Ours I'd give to McCaslin.
McCaslin's been outstanding. McCaslin, man, Clark.
I know, but I just love the way Sean McCaslin goes about his work at the moment. 70 seconds to go, folks. Sponsored by Orchid IT. Panthers 9-1 up.
They want 10.
Yeah, they're singing it. You were right. Bergin backhands to get away from one. Hull forward, and then a wicked ricochet off the plexiglass stanchion. Gives it back to Hull. Fans are clapping it down. We're in the last 45 seconds. Backhand from Steve Lee, doesn't get out. Lowe has it. Bergin gets it forward. It could get 10. It's 2-on-1. It's McCaslin and Galbraith. Galbraith can't get the shot away, can't get the pass away. He's run the clock down. He's floated one forward. Dalglish goes to get it in the corner. Norton steams forward. Shoots high, rebound. Norton tries to bring it out the other side, right to the front. Clark going for number 4. Hits something, goes down the ice. Neat and tidy though, 3 goals a period.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nice balanced look to the score sheet. 3-0, 3-1, 3-0. It's all over, it's in the record books. Biggest home margin of the year. An 8-goal victory for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. And our 11th home victory in a row. We'll leave you with the celebrations as Orchid IT present their Man of the Match awards. My thanks to Rick Strachan on the other microphone, Steve Wilkinson behind the camera lens. This is Gary Moran saying thanks for watching, enjoy watching it, rewind it, watch the 9 goals over and over and over again. See you next time, folks.
For the presentation of tonight's Orchid Team Man of the Match Awards, which are presented on behalf of our match sponsors, Orchid IT by Richard and Scott Taylor. The Orchid IT Man of the Match for the Stingrays, number 9, Jeff Glower.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show appreciation for the whole Stingrays as they leave the ice. Safe journey home home, and to your support in Division 1 Lot 2, thanks for singing. Safe journey home.